Have you ever felt like the best investment opportunities are, just completely out of reach? Well, today we're going to dive into a massive idea that could literally rewrite the rule book on what it even means to own something.
All right, so let's jump right in. And for a second, let's just forget all the technical jargon. I want you to just imagine a totally different future, a future for what we can all own. And believe me, the vision we're about to explore, it is seriously ambitious.
So take a look at this. This is way more than just a cool futuristic picture. Think of it more like a blueprint for a world where you can invest in, well, literally anything you see around you. We're talking buildings, bridges, even the power grid, all directly and all instantly.
I mean, think about that for a second. We're talking about opportunities that, until now, were pretty much reserved for a tiny, select group of people. In this world, your location just doesn't matter anymore. You could be anywhere and invest in prime real estate.
And get this, the vision doesn't even stop at Earth. It suggests a future where, any one of us could help fund the next big mission to Mars, literally right from our crypto wallet. How cool is that? So you could connect your passions directly to your portfolio. Invest in what you love. It all sounds amazing, right? Almost like science fiction. But what's the problem this is all supposed to solve? Why do we even need this?
Well, to really get why this future is so compelling, we've got to look at a huge problem in our economy today. And it's a problem that's been flagged by, seriously, one of the biggest names in the entire world of finance. So Larry Fink, he's the CEO of BlackRock, lays out a pretty sobering reality in his latest letter. He basically says, look, the markets are creating a ton of economic value, which is great. But that growth, it's becoming more and more concentrated in the hands of a few.
And that's the real issue here. There's this widening gap between people who own assets and people who don't. The wealth just keeps flowing to those who already have it. So the big question is, how do you possibly fix a problem like that? Well, the answer, at least according to the tech visionaries we're looking at, isn't some new government policy. Nope, it's a technology. A technology that's specifically designed to tackle this very problem. And it's called tokenization. And I love this quote because it just frames the whole idea so perfectly. Think of it this way. The internet digitized information, right? It made knowledge accessible to everyone. Well, the idea here is that tokenization is going to digitize ownership. It's a shift on that same massive scale. Okay, so what is it really? Put super simply, it's the process of taking a real-world asset, like a building, a hit song, even a whole company, and turning it into digital shares or tokens. And it does this using blockchain, which is basically just a super secure and totally transparent public record book. The cool part is, this means every single token is accounted for. Its entire history of ownership is permanent and easy to check, which makes these things really safe and easy to trade. Okay, so tokenization is the big idea. It's the what. But what about the how? I mean, how do you actually build a system like this? Well, that's where a company called TX comes into the picture. And they have a very, very deliberate master plan. You can really see their strategy playing out over time here. They started out with two separate projects, Solargenic and Corium, and now they're bringing them all together into one single entity, TSX. And the reason? They have one incredibly ambitious goal, total global dominance in the world of tokenization.
And their goal really couldn't be any clearer. They're aiming to become the Amazon of tokenized products. Just think about that. A single, unified marketplace for every single type of tokenized asset you can possibly imagine. Stocks, real estate, collectibles, you name it. And here you can see what that actually looks like in practice. So on the left, you've got this clean marketplace where you can browse all kinds of different assets. Then on the right, you can do a deep dive into one specific opportunity, in this case, a luxury property. The whole thing is designed to be super user-friendly, a one-stop shop for investing in all these real-world things. But you know what? This is about so much more than just building a new marketplace. This whole vision, it fundamentally changes what it even means to be an investor. It's a massive shift, not just financially, but culturally. Yeah, the big idea here is that investing stops being just about the financial return. It becomes something personal, something cultural, even something you experience. It becomes a way for you to connect your money to the things you actually, genuinely care about. I mean, just imagine this for a second. Your investment in a sports team doesn't just give you a potential return. It also gets you front row seats to the big game. Or maybe owning a piece of a winery means to get exclusive bottles delivered to your door. See, on a dashboard like this, the ownership and the perks are all rolled into one. You're not just getting money back, you're getting an experience. And also makes investing feel way more local and, tangible. You could literally pull up a map on your phone and choose to invest in something like a Miami Growth Basket or a Boston Innovation Index. You'd be putting your capital directly into the neighborhoods and communities that you actually want to see succeed.
So, when you put all of this together, what does it all add up to? Well, if this vision actually becomes reality, we are not just talking about another cool app or some new financial product. No way. We're talking about a foundational, tectonic shift in how our entire economy operates. And really, this is the ultimate takeaway. The potential here isn't just for a minor upgrade, it's for a complete and total re-architecture of our financial infrastructure. It's like installing a brand new operating system for how value moves around the world and who gets to own it. Because at its core, the goal is to shift us from a spectator civilization to an owner civilization. It's about empowering more people to stop just watching from the sidelines and actually become active players in the economy. It's about building a world where you don't just watch the future happen. You help fund it, you own a piece of it, and you get to benefit from it directly. And that really leaves us with a pretty provocative question to think about. If literally everything of value, every asset, every idea, every new project, becomes something you can invest in, what part of the world will you choose to own? It suddenly makes this whole big, abstract concept a very personal question about your own future, doesn't it?